responded since the loss on Saturday?
We just had a really good day. We really did. The energy was high and focus was good. And for a Tuesday practice, I thought the execution was pretty solid too. So they came in ready and they were focused and wanted to make sure that they can nail down the details of this plan. And I thought they did a really good job today.
When you looked over the game, what was it that Kentucky was able to do, or maybe to yourself, with the penalties that just took you out of the game plan that y'all really had in mind?
Well, I just think that they challenged us. They challenged us at the line of scrimmage, and they challenged us on the perimeter. And, we weren't disciplined enough to our fundamentals. We weren't disciplined to our assignments. We got to give credit to them because they put the pressure on us, but we just didn't respond the right way. We didn't execute at a high enough level. We said that before in here. It's critical that we continue to improve our execution. And when we got challenged a little bit there, we didn't respond necessarily the right way. But by no means is any of that uncorrectable and everything. So we feel really good about where this team can go, its capabilities, and all that good stuff. So we have to execute better. We have to be more disciplined. We have to be more focused.
Do you feel it was more of what Kentucky did or what more you didn't do?
I just think it was a lack of, I guess the word is focus. When you do those types of things and have 6 false starts and the number of unsportsmanlike conduct fouls that we had, I think that's just a lack of focus. So like I said, all that stuff's correctable, and the way that those guys came in today, I'm really excited about moving forward the rest of this week.
Is it oversimplifying to say that you look at other SEC teams or any team and think they might try to copy that blueprint and attack you the same way, particularly blocking or things like that?
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot to that. I think anytime somebody has the amount of success that Kentucky had against us, that would make total sense to do that. But on our half, we feel like it's a personal thing. We got to look at ourselves, not necessarily what Kentucky did schematically or anything like that. We had to be better fundamentally. We had to be more focused and disciplined. And we do that stuff. We'll take care of whatever opponent it is that's in front of us.
Coach, obviously you don't have a connection to the previous staff, but your players do. So how do you kind of manage the emotional aspect of it this week?
I mean, for me, it's just that, you got to take it like it's another game. It's the next game. It's the most important game because it's the next game. I mean, that's my focus. That's my approach. And that's the way we did it in Green Bay. I mean, it didn't matter if it was the NFC Championship game or if it was Week 2 against Minnesota Vikings or Week 5 against the Cleveland Browns. It didn't matter. The next game was the most important. And for me, that's been, that's always going to be my motto. That's the way I'm going to approach this thing. And I know that there'll be some emotional things that you really won't feel until probably Friday or Saturday. But again, we lacked focus and discipline last week, so obviously that's going to be a big focus for us as a coaching staff to make sure that we get these guys dialed in the whole week.
How much does it help, or does it help at all, that you've both played one common opponent? Now you can look at how Florida and both you played one team.
Honestly, it's honestly irrelevant because, one, again, the first thing that's most important to us is us. We have to take care of our own and do what we're supposed to do the way we're supposed to do it every single time. The next thing is now you have to look at the opponent and say, okay, what challenges do they present? And obviously Florida has a lot of skilled athletes on their side, especially on defense. And so we have different obstacles, different challenges. Most importantly, we got to look at ourselves in the mirror and make sure we're taking care of our own.
Todd Grantham has a really aggressive defense, and it lends itself to giving up big plays from time to time. Is that something you're going to look to attack this week?
Yeah, nothing's changing with us, guys. We're going to be attacking. And that part of it is who we are, and so we're going to get back into that a little bit more. We're going to be attacking ourselves, and again, that part of it, them being aggressive, that's us doing our responsibilities, our assignments the right way, the way we're supposed to do it every single time. And so if we do our job, we feel like whatever the defense will present to us, we should be able to handle it. That's our job, to give our players their assignments and make sure that they're accountable to those assignments and make sure that they're focused and disciplined enough to be able to execute that stuff at a high level.
From a coach's perspective, how much do you think it helps Florida that Dan Mullen coached a lot of these guys, recruited a lot of these guys, knows some of their tendencies? What does that mean to you?
Sure, I mean that definitely helps. I mean we had a couple weeks ago with Coach Hudd. When you know the opponents as well as he did, I think that gives you somewhat of at least an insight to what makes that guy tick or where maybe his strengths and weaknesses are. But again, that is a part of it, maybe a little, but to me it's minuscule because this is, again, they're focused on what they need to do, I'm sure. They're not really too worried about thinking about us, and we're not too worried thinking about them. We got to take care of our own, make sure we handle our assignments, make sure we do what we're supposed to do first. That that part of it is, they have maybe that little bit of advantage, but again, these guys, our players have the advantage of being underneath their scheme, so that part of it, and they've practiced against it a lot, so hopefully we can use that to our advantage.